All right, guys, I'm holding the camera from this angle right now on my left hand because on my right hand, we're day drinking right now. I mean, it's after 5 o'clock, but just we're in quarantine now. I lost a lot of money this week. Trust me, this is well deserved. So before I get into sales data, I'm just gonna hop right in. Fuck it. NSFW. This review is completely not for kids. This is just if you're a kid, just heck off right now. You know, go tell mom and dad to lock down computer. We are going hardcore on this Pokemon sales review. All right, so we have an ungraded Blaine's Arcanine sold for $100, and it was I can't even read my handwriting. Is how drunk I am, or maybe I was drunk when I wrote it. Either way, there was some whitening and edge wear that I noticed. And there was a little bit of okay, the whitening's on the back. The edge wear was on the front left of the card, so I would have given it an 8. And again, it sold for $100, ungraded first edition PSA 10. Now, or I'm sorry, PSA 8. It was the first edition. I would have graded an 8. The other first edition PSA 8s that we have seen sell, I mentioned in another video. The last 3 have been 99, 105 to 140. Those are best offers. So I don't know 100% what they did sell for. They probably sold anywhere from like 90 to maybe 130, maybe 140. I don't know. The other ones that we have seen prior, again, that was from late February to early March. The ones we saw in early February, January, was 83 and 80. Those were confirmed sales for those numbers. So obviously this has been climbing. And if you just had an ungraded first edition Blaine's Arcanine selling for 100, which I would have given it an 8 because of the edge wear, the whitening and the edge wear, that might set a new price point for an actual 8 soon. Again, maybe someone's getting luck. Maybe think they're getting lucky. They'll get a 9, which is probably about 172 by now. Moving on, we have a Lapras first edition PSA 9. I think I mentioned this the other day. I'm not sure if I did, so I'm mentioning it again. It sold for 127. I should have bought it because the second bid after that was 125. The third bid below that was 105. So I should have got it, man. I was talking to my friend Joe at the time, and I just did not act in time. I was doing other stuff. I was distracted. Moving on after that, we had a Blaine's Charizard first edition PSA 10. One of my favorites, if not my favorite card. That one had a 1603 or best offer. So who knows what it exactly sold for. I'm going to guess it had, there we go. Just changing the grip on the, We had the, for anyone that's listening and just not watching, I was sipping a drink. Every time I hear a pause, it's me sipping a drink. Obviously, the last confirmed sale we have of that was 1308, I think, PWCC. Another PWCC auction is opening up tonight, and that does have a first edition PSA 10 Charizard. So I'm very curious to what that's going to be. I'm sure on Sunday, when I drink a lot more of these, maybe even tomorrow, not tomorrow, I'm doing other stuff tomorrow, I'm going to probably bid like 800 like the second night. We'll see what it's up to. I don't know. I don't know if I can afford 1,300 right now. I actually can't afford the 800, but I'll have 10 days to come up with the money. 1603, I don't know exactly what it sold for. Maybe 1,200, maybe 1,000. I don't know. Moving on from that, we have a Dark Magneton, 6,000 or best offer. Now there's so few, a first edition PSA 10, from the Rocket set. There are so few of those. Like, I just sent one in. It'll probably get a 9. Ludkin's graded it a 9. It'll probably get it. There was a little bit of whitening on it, like a little teeny tiny thing, something that PSA Days would be like 9. And we have a that's similar to the Misty's Golduck because there's so few of them out there, and someone puts an outrageous price like $4,000, $6,000, and this is actually from the same person. And so we don't know exactly what it sold for, and I'm so curious. This is the guy I had been talking to, saying like, hey, motherfucker, give me this fucking Misty's Golduck, and he declined $2,350. I'm so heckin' pissed about that. Either way, that sold for whatever. That was probably a new record price for the Dark Magneton. We also had a Fossil Raichu that was, hang on one second, again, with the, alright, so we had a Fossil Raichu, first edition PSA 9, sell for 76, and then the second bid was 75, third bid was 71, so they're all above 70, those last 3 bids. Prior to that, we have also had a Fossil Raichu sell for 89, or best offer, and then we had one sell for 69 as well over the last couple of weeks. And someone was selling theirs for like 81, or best offer. So I just put in a bid like, we'll do it for 60. Hopefully he does. If not, I have no problem paying 65, maybe 70, because that's going to go up as well. The Raichus the dark Raichus are a hell of a lot more. The Lieutenant Surge's Raichu from the Gym Challenge, the PSA 9, this was probably an anomaly. That one sold recently for like 136, and it wasn't our best offer. Like, it just sold for 136. It had one bid on it, and but it was confirmed sale. So again, that's an anomaly. I don't see that getting, because you can get a first edition PSA 10 Lieutenant Surge's Raichu for less than 200. I got one of mine recently within the last 2 months for like 150. And there's something on there I think right now for 220 or best offer, so you could definitely get it for under 200. We also had a Blaine's Arcanine. All right, this is a big one. Blaine's Arcanine first edition PSA 10. This was on auction as well. It was also an Australian auction, so maybe you had the kind of barrier of a lot of people in the US that maybe want it are not going to get it, and just because they had to pay the shipping and everything. So that got 1070. All right, so that at 1070, it was not the record price, because another auction like a few weeks ago got 1136, and prior to that we had a 1200 or best offer, then we had a 2200 or best offer. That 2200, I'm very curious to what that actually sold for. Maybe 1600, maybe I can't see someone listing something for 2200 and taking $1,000 for it. Maybe they did, I don't know. Then we also had a something or best offer. Oh yeah, so on the first edition PSA 10s, honestly I can't read what I wrote. I don't know. But all right, sorry. So prior to that, earlier in January, after the 1136 and the 220 and the 1200 or best offers, the one prior to that was on January 21st, which had a 685. I think I was the one that bought that. Not 100% sure. So this has shot up in price, $400 in the last 2 months. So in 2 months from now, I don't know where it will be. Again, they're so rare. There's one on sale now for $14.58 or best offer. I don't know, and that's the only other first edition PSA 10 Arcanine for Blaine's Arcanine. That's just insanely hard to get. That is something that is. There's 127 of them. I think I have 5 of them, and there's so few, and there's probably other people like me that just love Arcanine and they want to have as many of them as possible. So there's probably other people like me that have 2 or 3 or more copies. And if you are like that, let's say there's 2 or 3 other people like me, that's, let's say, anywhere from, 10, maybe up to 15 copies. That's more than 10% of what's in circulation. And again, maybe there's people that have more than me. I'm guessing they have less because no one else is crazy like me. But that's what we're looking at here. We had another one on January 28th, so for $931 or best offer. Again, I don't know what that was. But recently they've all been $1,000 or up. So PWCC auction tonight, that starts. So by a week from Sunday, we'll have those final sales. Those will be intense. And then we also have recently some other people selling some ungraded stuff and some first edition PSA 9s. There's a lot of those out there, hollows. So we'll see what that brings. And that is it. Let me know if you have any questions. Patreon, I forgot to say, smash the like button. Patreon, fucking support my drinking habit and all this other shit. Let me know if you have any questions. And Patreon, same thing. A lot of this fuckery over there. I actually made my first Patreon video, and it is about what I'm doing to make money in this market, what I'm doing, what my stock portfolio, what that is. I only talk about, I think, 1 or 2 stocks, but let me know. I'll see you guys later. Bye.